Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another Super Smash Brothers, I guess, kind of discussion kind of video, if you want to put it that way. So basically, today's video is going to be focused on items. Yes, I know the community is kind of divided on items. So there's a lot of people that like to play with no items. There's people that like to play with items, and then there's people that like items but only like certain items. And you know, I'm a fan of items, but you know, that's what's great about the item menu. You could turn off every single item. You could turn off just a few select items. You can kind of make a theme for a match, you know, Pokemon, or assist trophies, or explosives, or just healing. You know, there's so many different things you can kind of do with items and turn them into a special kind of match, which is awesome for a game like Smash Bros. So today I figured let's go over the items that have been cut in the game or that we have not seen yet, and then I guess I'll give my opinion on what I think about each item and which ones I would like to see back. And then you guys please let me know down in the comments which of these items, if you do play with items, or at least which ones would you like to see make a return. So let's jump into it. So first of all, original Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64. There's only two items that have been cut from the game, and right here on screen you can tell Red Shell and the fan. So, well, we all know Red Shell, you know, heat-seeking, maybe most famous in Mario Kart, you know, taking out that person in front of you. Very annoying item, but, you know, it's pretty iconic, and for it to be cut kind of was, I don't remember what game it got cut in, but it was sad that it got cut because I think it was a pretty cool item. If it came back, I would absolutely love that, so I think it's cool. On the other hand, we got the fan item. You know, you smack your opponent. There's like no knockback, and you can just rapidly, you know, smack your opponent with this thing. This was so annoying. I hated this. This was one of my least favorite items, honestly. So anytime, you know, I went to my items menu, I'll be honest, I turned this thing off. I didn't like using it, and I didn't like getting smacked around with it. So yeah, those are the only two items from the original Smash Brothers that have been cut. But could they make a return? Maybe. This is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate after all. Going really big on characters and going like almost all out for stages. So why not items as well, right? So let's move on to Super Smash Bros. Melee. There's been 4 items from Melee that have been cut. And on screen you can see it is the cloaking device. You know, you pick it up and, well, you cloak yourself, kind of invisible. Yeah, whatever. It's not my favorite item, but it's not one that I really disliked. It's just kind of, it was there. It was a cool concept, you know, but whatever. Next up, second one, it's got, what is that? The barrel cannon, that's what that's called. It's got the arrow on it, and the barrel would kind of, like, you can throw it, and then it kind of just rotates and, you know, rolls around the stage, and if you get caught in the cannon, you can actually launch yourself out. But be careful, if you don't do it right, you're going to launch yourself off the stage, and, well, there goes a life. We all need our lives, don't we? Exactly. So barrel cannon was a cool item. I liked this one. It was pretty neat. But, yeah, so it got cut, unfortunately. Maybe it comes back. Who knows? Next up, the Flipper. The Flipper is from the Balloon Fight series. Yeah, there's not much left in the Balloon Fight series that's really represented other than maybe, you know, Villagers up B as a recovery move, you know, the balloons and that. So, kind of cutting this item. I mean, yeah, you would throw it and it just kind of like sticks to, or not really sticks, but it just kind of like stays in one spot wherever you throw it, whether it's, you know, right on the edge of the map or whatever, and then you can hit it and it just, well, flips a bunch of times and you can get knocked into it, and can be a bit of an annoying item. If you do play with items, it can be a pretty cool one to kind of, if you want to say, troll your friends with, you know, throw, you know, you're battling on the edge of a stage and that's the only way back up is to, you know, the one side of the stage, and you throw that flipper there. Well, they're not going to get over that if they don't have really good recovery moves. So yeah, flipper, I found Flipper to be one of the most annoying items in the game. And then the last item from Melee is the parasol, the umbrella. Basically turned everybody into Peaches up B, and then you float down really slow. You can control it, get back to the stage a bit better. So I liked the umbrella. Of course, you could still swing it and, you know, deal damage to your opponents. I liked this one. I thought it was kind of cool, but then it kind of helped some of the other characters, I suppose, that don't have the greatest recovery, you know, in a sense. You can, you know, just go grab this and just kind of float back into the stage. I kind of like Parasol. So, I mean, out of these, I'd probably say bring back the barrel cannon, the flipper, and the parasol. I mean, you could bring back the cloaking, but whatever. So yeah, let's move on to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The only item that was cut from Brawl was the cracker launcher, and I remember seeing this thing on the Smash Dojo at the time. When this got announced as a new item, I was like, whoa, that looks pretty cool. So basically, it's kind of like a little grenade launcher in a way, you know, just fire a bunch of like firecrackers at people. I mean, it's kind of like a grenade launcher. You know, similar, you get it, but you fire it. I think you can kind of rapid fire it a bit, you know. Explosive weapon. I thought it was a pretty neat weapon. I liked it. If it came back, I would be all for it. I would like that thing. So, yeah, not many items were cut from Brawl besides, well, I guess this. So maybe Sakurai and his team just didn't like it, and they're like, all right, it was only in one game, and that's it. It's only going to be in one game. Who knows? Maybe it could do with a maybe slight redesign of the item if it did come back. Who knows? But yeah, let's move on to now the unseen items, and by unseen I mean these items were in Smash Wii U and 3DS. But they just haven't been seen yet, or at least, okay, I've got to put it this way. I haven't personally seen these in any pictures, any videos, any, you know, gameplay, any trailers, anything like that. I have not seen any of these. So if you see any of these items coming up, let me know, because, you know, there's a chance that I could have missed one. So let's jump into it. So first up, going back to Smash 64. The only two items that I have yet to see are the Superstar, you know, the Super Mario. You get it and you get invincibility for a while. Pretty cool. I like the item. I love it. And then, of course, Home Run Bat. I mean, this has to come back. Again, these are unseen items. I haven't seen these yet for anybody. The black design was actually all right. I wish they would go back to more like the traditional baseball bat. You know, the kind of the brown color of the bat. I wish they went back with that. So maybe that's one reason why we haven't actually seen the Home Run Bat yet. Maybe they're going back to its original design. I guess that's a possibility. But yeah, these two items from Smash 64 have yet to be seen. But, you know, they're not confirmed to be cut yet. So I guess if you had to guess, they're still in at this point. But we don't know, so that's why they're on the unseen list. So next up, going over to Smash Bros. Melee, Mr.Freezie. We have not seen this yet from Melee. Basically, if you don't know what it is, you chuck this little iceberg at somebody and they, well, become frozen in a little iceberg themselves. And they can't move for a few seconds, so you can take advantage of that. I thought it was a really cool item. Again, playing with items and not playing with items, you know, there's a big kind of divide in the community. Again, I see both sides of it. I love the competitive side where there's no items and you just come fight me 1v1, you know, Fox only, Final Destination, no items, you know, that kind of thing. I love that, but at the same time, I love playing with friends and just messing around and having, you know, items or whatever, you know, whatever items you want on, I think are pretty cool. So Mr.Freezie, I definitely hope does come back. Just hasn't been seen yet, so there's still a good chance. It is in Smash Ultimate, so I hope so. Now we move on to Brawl, which has quite a bit of items that have yet to be unseen. So let's start left to right. So first one left here that I'm circling is the Smoke Ball. Now, the Smoke Ball was, I mean, what was the point, honestly? You would throw it and just kind of, you know, started smoking. You know, it didn't really do anything. It didn't really impede anybody's view. I mean, at best, what could you do? Throw it over a different item and then just kind of cover, you know, that item in smoke so your opponent can't see it, I guess. Yeah, there wasn't really too much of a point to this, the Smoke Ball. At least I don't think there was. It was a cool item, but, you know, just not needed. It really wasn't needed. So if that didn't come back, if that got cut, I could see why. I guess I wouldn't be too disappointed. Moving on, right below it is the Deku Nut. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the little thing you throw it and it kind of like dazes your opponent for a bit. I think it's from the Legend of Zelda series. I'm almost positive. I don't really know the origin of a lot of these items, honestly, but I'm pretty sure it's the Legend of Zelda, the Deku Nut, however you pronounce it. I like this thing, stunning your opponent. I'm always for, something, whether it's a character's move or maybe even an item that stuns. I love stuff like that. So I do hope the Deku Nut, this thing right here, I hope it comes back. So yeah. Next up is the Team Healer. Now, I've played a lot of games with friends, on teams. I never had this item on. I did just to see what it was like, but if I remember correctly, because I hardly ever use this, basically what you pick it up, and you have to be in team battle for this, because otherwise the item just won't show up. But be in team mode, and basically chuck it at one of your allies, one of your teammates, and their damage counter goes down, so they have less of a damage meter. Okay. I mean, it's a cool idea, but I just don't really... I guess I'm just going to leave it. It's a cool idea, but I didn't use it, so if it didn't come back, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about that one. So moving on, we got the spring up next. Of course, we know what a spring does. You can jump off of it, you can turn it sideways, and, bounce left to right on it instead of up and down. It's a cool item. Make for some kind of cool plays. I think if you can place it properly and you can do it right, I think spring should come back. It'd be a pretty nice item to see back. Next up, the lightning bolts. You get it, and pretty much you turn everybody. It's like the lightning bolt in Mario Kart again. You get it and you zap everybody and they turn tiny. Isn't there? I don't remember. Isn't there like that small percentage chance that you get it, but you're the one that gets zapped and you turn tiny, and everybody else stays the same, like the regular size? I think that's true about that. I'd have to look into that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I hope the lightning bolt come back. It makes for some cool gameplay, Again, if you just want to mess around with friends, get that lightning bolt and boom, oh, what's that? Now you're like 1/10 your size. All right, come here, let me smack you off that screen, I think that'd be a cool item. Next up, the little spiky urina. I don't know how to pronounce that. I could take it or leave it. You throw it and like you hit it and it puffs up, and then you can hit it and it like depuffs. Depuffs, is that a word? It goes to kind of, I guess, looking like this, but when it puffs up, the spikes, get way more spiky. Yeah, that's a great way to pronounce or explain that. Whatever. I'll take it or leave it. Whatever. It's fine. The one above it, the rolling crates, basically, any of the crates, they just have wheels on it. So, yeah, they just kind of move around the stage. And if you want to get the crate, you're going to have to chase it down. That's what the rolling crates were. It's an alright idea, trying to, spiffy up. I guess not spiffy up, but give the crates something a little bit different, because crates would fall onto the stage wherever you're fighting, and then you just go break it open, whether you throw it at an opponent or you just punch it open yourself, whatever it is. So having rolling crates, kind of, oh, you want that crate? Oh, now it's on wheels. You better chase that down. So I mean, it's a cool idea. If it came back, fine. I won't argue with it. That'd be fine with me. It's all right. And then the last item, we got the soccer ball, from pretty much Mario Strikers. I never played Mario Strikers. I kind of wish I would have, because a lot of people seem to really enjoy that game. So I didn't use the soccer ball personally, but just kind of like what it kind of represents, the Mario Strikers game. I hope it comes back. You hit the soccer ball and it kind of does, it goes flying in a certain direction, whatever direction you're hitting it. If it hits an opponent, it does a pretty good chunk of damage. So, yeah, I hope to see the soccer ball back, even though I don't use it. I still like what it represents and, where it kind of comes from. And up last is the Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U items that we have yet to see. So let's, again, start left to right. First up, the Fire Bar. I believe it's a 5-hit item, right? Each time I believe you hit an opponent with it, it takes away one of the little fire dots. So yeah, get 5 hits, good range the first couple hits, but then, the range goes down and it kind of becomes less useful the more you use it. So make your first couple hits count and then just get rid of it. I like it. I hope it comes back. It was a cool item. It was definitely a cool item. The one below it is I believe, called the Gust Bellows, if I'm not mistaken. But it's the item where you pick it up and you just hold down like the A button and it just shoots gust of winds and it just knocks people back, you know. No, they don't take damage, but, you know, they just go flying backwards. Kind of like Kyogre in the Pokeball. He comes out and does Hydro Pump and he just pushes you kind of towards off screen. Basically what this thing is. Some people do think that it is a bit overpowered, and I can agree to that to an extent. But again, this is supposed to be a trolley item, and it really is. You know, trying to get back on stage and a computer or a friend or an opponent grabs this thing and poof poof, or whatever the sound effect it makes, I don't remember. But that hits you once or twice, you ain't get back on that stage. So yeah, it is a trolley item. I do hope it comes back because, again, remember, you can just turn the item off if you don't like it. So next up, the boomerang. Well, pretty simple. Comes from Boomerang Bro. You chuck it and it kind of comes back to you. All right, I think I nailed that one pretty well. Should it come back? Sure. Represents a character from the Nintendo universe. I'm for it. All right, next up is, I believe it was the special flag. Now, what does it do? I don't remember. I don't think I used this ever. And if I did, I don't remember what it does. So should it come back? I mean, if it's up to me, I wouldn't put it back in. I don't know what it does, honestly. I really don't. I should have looked it up. But yeah, special flag. It's an item and it does stuff. All right, cool. Next up, we're going to the Steel Diver. I think Steel Diver, isn't that like a franchise kind of? Basically, Steel Diver is a gun and it shoots out like submarine kind of bullets. Basically, you fire it and it goes really slow at first, but then speeds up, kind of like how submarines are in water. You drop them down and then, you know, they just speed up the faster it gets going, you know. So it's a cool weapon, you know. You can kind of maybe fool somebody in a way when you shoot this thing. You know, you fire it and they're like, oh crap, here it comes, but then it's slow at first, so they try to dodge it and then they don't, and then it speeds up and it actually hits them. You know, for the franchise it represents, and, you know, the sake of at least a different, unique take on a weapon, I'd gladly take it back. Gladly. Let's see. Up top we have the, what is it called? The back shield. I think it protects you somehow from like projectile attacks, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. Didn't use it too much. Could it come back? Sure. Why not? Throw it back. It's Smash Ultimate after all. Bring back everything. Just bring back everything. If you don't like it, turn it off. Plain and simple. Probably say that again by the end of the video. But last one. What is this one called? Daybreak. Daybreak is what that one's called. What does that one do? Is it like a gun? Just like a one-shot gun? I don't think it's is it a one-hit KO? I don't think it is, but I think it does pretty good amount of damage. I don't remember. Didn't use it too often. Yeah. Quite a few of these I didn't use too often, honestly. The special flag, eh. The back shield, meh. Daybreak, meh. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that I didn't use them, so I don't really know much about them. But I guess that is going to wrap this up. So basically what I'm saying is bring back all the items. There you go. Plain and simple. Bring back all the items, and if you don't like them, turn them off. Easy to do. That's what the item select screen is for, right? Choose what you want on, if you want any of the items on. And yeah. So yeah, I'd say just kind of bring back everything. It's Smash Ultimate. We're probably not going to have anything like this again. So let's enjoy it while we can. And yeah, I guess that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Which of these items would you like to see back that have are in the unseen category or just have been cut altogether? What would you like to see back? I think my top few would be, I'd love to see the red shell. I'd probably go the cracker launcher. I really love that thing. Of course, we're probably going to see HomeRun bat because, well, HomeRun contest, right? That's probably still a thing. Mr.Freezie, I would love. The Deku Nut, the stun thing, absolutely. So, yeah, those are, and then I guess the Fire Bar. Those are probably the ones I want to see back the most, but I'd welcome all these back. So let me know what you guys think. Which ones do you want back? Which one? Do you even play with items? Do you hate items? I don't know. Let me know that stuff down in the comments. So that's all I got for this one. Just, you know, kind of just quick little discussion video about items that we haven't seen and items that have been cut, and do they have a potential to come back? Who knows? We'll find out. But anyway, that is going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Smash Bros. Item video information thing that I just did. Anyway, that's it for this one. yeah, hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.